16, that twilight age, when you're not a child, but you're not an adult either. Old enough to marry, but not old enough to vote.
OK, so how many of you think that we should introduce voting at the age of 16? Hands up if you think yes. OK, that's the majority.
This classroom of 16-year-olds is divided on the issue.
Well, in my opinion, if 16 years old are allowed to join the armed forces, for example, why aren't they allowed to vote? Both decisions are very responsible. They need to be mature enough to join the armed forces and to vote. So they should do both.
What I believe is that some 16-year-olds may be a bit immature to vote. They might not have been taught properly about all the governments, the politics, the manifestos throughout their school life, so they may not use their vote properly.
Letting 16-year-olds vote in the Scottish referendum could sway the argument south of the border. Ed Miliband was sufficiently impressed.
It's time to hear the voice of young people in our politics, so we will give the vote to 16 and 17-year-olds in general elections.
But the Prime Minister doesn't agree.
Voting is an enormous privilege and a right, but it's a right you should get at 18.
But there will be agreement on one thing, encouraging teenagers to learn more about the political process.
So, is there anyone here that knows about any recommendations in the report to help engage young people in politics? Yes, Ashish.
One of the recommendations on the report is to make politics compulsory on the school curriculum. Also, the other recommendation is to make politics accessible to all teenagers, at least at GCSE level.
The Sky News campaign Stand Up Be Counted wants to get more young people engaged in politics.
When 16-year-olds and above get given the chance to voice their opinions about something they're really passionate about, we do go out and above and vote.
And now, as more teenagers find their voice, the call to lower the voting age is getting louder. Ashish Joshi, Sky News.